Welcome to the sofa. I'm Sherry.
I'm Bonnie, and this is the Sisters Hallmark Sip and Chat podcast.
We're a couple of crown heads who love all things Hallmark.
Welcome to week 5 of Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas on the W Channel and episode 5 of our podcast. In this episode, we will be sipping a virgin poinsettia and chatting about 2 movies, The Three Wisest Men and Tidings for the Season.
Movie number 1, Three Wisest Men, starring Paul Campbell as Stephen, Tyler Hines as Taylor, Andrew Walker as Luke, and Margaret Collin as Barbara. The Brenner brothers have returned home for the last family Christmas at their mom Barbara's house. It's a full house with twins on the way, a grumpy soon-to-be father-in-law, and of course the little guy Thomas, who keeps bringing the brothers together. Even though mishaps abound, Stephen, Taylor, and Luke are focused on having the best Christmas ever. Let's find out how this movie rated on our SOFA rating system. But first, a quick explanation. Our custom SOFA rating system includes a list of 20 Hallmark tropes broken down into 10 categories that will determine how Hallmark is this movie. You can download the list from our website and social pages. This movie earned 17 out of 20 SOFAs, and the categories are Military Might, Here Comes the Bride, Location, 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 Family and Friends, Unexpected Hiccups, Big Life Changes, and 5 extra bonus points for the Fire Department charity.
This was a cute movie as well as expected, as always. They're great stars together. However, parenting is very hard and scary to begin with. And then to go to a child preparedness class and the woman scaring the crap out of you, that was not okay. I mean, these poor people, they were having twins. That's scary, just all in its own.
Yeah, I thought she was definitely scary, but also hilarious. It was, yes, if I was having twins, even if I wasn't having twins, it would be scary, but it kind of made for, a little hilarious point in the story there. I also loved later when the father-in-law came with his bird, how that bird escaped and he ended up outsmarting him. Like he tricked him into by pretending he was dead, tricked him into opening the cage so he could escape. That was hilarious. It started off with like these 2 quirky things, super funny, but I was so excited for this new story with these funny set of brothers, that we've seen, I think, in 2 other movies. Their antics are always fun to watch. This was one of my most anticipated movies in the season, and it didn't disappoint. It was a fun, good time.
I agree. And bringing back that past rival from the school that they made his life miserable was a great addition as the elf at Santa's
Yeah, I
Land.
didn't catch that at first, but then later on I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." So true.
Yeah. And he
Uh,
did even tell them, like, he showed them, it's me. Like, so
yeah,
yeah, it was funny.
that I mean, this is typical of their little antics. You knew there had to be something going on when they went to go visit Santa. It wasn't going to be any sort of easy time. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. It's scary when they have to leave the home. Part was a little bit, you knew it was going to be a little bit sad having to have the last Christmas in the house. Especially, with as much joy and important things that we've seen over the past 2 movies that happened in that house. But sometimes it can be the best thing that can happen, especially for the mom who needed to, she wanted something new in her life, and it kind of was this open door for the brothers to step into their own adult lives, not so closely linked to each other. So I think that was a smart thing to put into the movie, like to make it their last Christmas in the house.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it was a good storyline that change isn't always bad. Change can be really good too.
Yeah.
Positive. Life has to change. Okay. I love that the doctor is always an addition to this family's Christmas because there's always, like you said, mishaps. But the fact that his wife is there in that gets a cameo in it each time is sweet. I really like that. That
Yeah,
was
the
great.
doctor, who is Kimberly Sustad, is married to Paul Campbell, who plays Stephen. So yeah, and they write stories. I think they did write this one together, but I do love that combination. I think they work really well too, and I think it's always a bonus when we get to see them together on any of the movies,
100%.
honestly. One of the quotes, whatever happens, we handle together as a family. I love that. Like, don't give up on yourself. I love that the mom telling off the annoying dad or father-in-law to be who didn't approve of her son marrying his daughter. Like he deserved to be brought down a peg. She was there for her family, and that's fine that he's there for his family. Like he's looking after his daughter, but he also had some unrealistic expectations without even getting to know her fiance, without getting to know the mom's son, one of the brothers, and that isn't kind to not just him, but to his daughter too. So it was good to see
Exactly.
in the end him apologize and open up to them because he was very closed off, with his military background and the whole thing with losing his bird and then he had to leave. So it was nice to
Losing the
see.
bird was the best.
It was nice to see, like, first of all, for the mom to
And
say,
how
hey,
quickly
like,
the
stop
bird
it.
learned his name to like bury
Yes,
him.
he ratted him out 1000%.
That's awesome. And you go, the loser, and the other brother goes, "Hey, wait, that's what I call him." Yeah, so the bird thing, that was a good little addition in there for sure.
Yes,
Yeah, but I agree. Pleasing your in-laws is never easy, and sometimes it just never really happens. But some families are super blessed that their in-laws are just as close as your blood family, if not even closer than them. So it's really nice if you can find that. That's the blessing for sure.
100%. So that was really good to see. One of the things I noticed about this movie, and maybe it's because becoming such a popular series. Like there's all this product placement in this one. There's like King's Hawaiian rolls. Like they did like they stopped to show you the
Several
bag
times
and
showing the
all the
bags. Yeah.
and all the bags from Home Goods. We're gonna go to Home Goods. Here's all our mini bags, which very cool or
Is
whatever.
that
But
like
I was
Home Sense here? Home Goods? Is it kind of
yeah,
like that kind of
exactly.
store?
Home Goods. I don't know that they might have a Home Sense there, but it is Home Goods is that same kind of deal that we have here with Home Sense. So, I mean, I suppose that's good for them. I was just like,
I
that's a little
personally have
random.
noticed product placement though.
It was a little random, but was like, okay, it's Hallmark, and they do often have their the balsam hill trees or whatever, which are gorgeous, like the ornaments and everything. So, I mean, I suppose it's not that out of left field. So the wedding, we've got to see a wedding, which is great. Super fast wedding. Never seen a wedding that quick in my entire life. There was no vows. There was a ring, I take you, another ring, I take you. They didn't even say each other's name. And then it was just like done. But it was wonderful, family filled, and of course, family united in the end, of the ending of everybody being together and having the wedding, and that was and the
I
baby being
totally
born, the
agree.
baby's being born too. I don't forget the babies. So it was a good ending.
However, the brothers asking the girl to take this challenge with him going to California or wherever, that was more sentimental than the actual wedding that really happened in that scene when he was, but whatever, it was good. Movie number two, Tidings for the Season, starring Tamara Mowry Lahousley as Lucy and BJ Britt as Adam. Adam is a no nonsense, just the facts newscaster who is vying for a big job in Chicago. But when he meets his biggest fan, Robbie, and his mom, Lucy, their infectious spirit of season inspires Adam to open his heart to both the amazing ways his community is caring for each other at Christmas and the charm of a precocious 10-year-old and his kind hearted mom. This movie earned 18 out of 20 sofas, and the categories are town holiday celebrations, family and friends, affairs of the heart, big life changes, and plus the bonus point since this movie was so heavy charity focused. Angel gifts for the kids in need, bakery care packages, free monthly haircuts, cribs for Christmas, free concerts of holiday songs, scarf bombing, and donations of books to local schools.
Wow, this absolutely deserved the extra five or bonus points for the charity because
Agree.
it was so heavily charity which was great. But let's start with the real star of this show, which was Lucy's son, Robbie. Oh my gosh, so cute. Gotta love a kid who knows what they want to be and just goes after it, regardless of what others think about it. Like he might be precocious, but he was also full of joy and positive attitude. And he really took the opportunity of shadowing Adam at his newscaster job very seriously. And you really have to respect that.
100%. I didn't think I was going to care for this movie at all, and yet I totally love this one. The amount, like you said, of charitable events and selfless action, it warmed my heart so much I cried a ton during this movie. So
Mhm.
I really agree with you on that.
I like that the focus of Adam's reporting went from that basic news to focusing on, people and the circumstances beyond the news. It was great to see him go from avoiding any personal stories to actually saying, how can I help? Bringing light to the good works going on in his community, which is a good lesson for all of us.
Agreed. It is that was great. It was great that they used a child like Wonder to get him to look past himself, right?
Mhm.
Beyond himself. And talking about child like wonder, allowing a child's dream to be lived with his hero, that was an awesome concept. Like that was
Mhm.
really, really well done. Not that it typically happens, but I'm sure many kids would love that opportunity to meet your heroes. Because sometimes they say, don't meet your heroes. And this is exactly what happened to him. He met his hero and he could have just been turned off on him because he wasn't the way he wanted him to be. But no, he invested time in him to get him to be. And I think he was kind of looking for mom to get with him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Thinking that was his sort of dream in the end. But, I get that as a newscaster, especially the job that he was in, with everything going on in the world, it can be hard just for a regular person to get into the Christmas spirit. But I think it's especially true for those who literally have to report on the negative things every single day. Like for me, I love that Christmas is a time I can focus on hope and kindness and charity. Like all those three are like a balm to those scaries that come with all the instabilities in the world. So I get that it was hard for him to kind of make that pivot.
Agreed. I do think that using the child and the mom to teach the TV host to look beyond the news to get to the heart of the story was an awesome idea, and having his teacher and his kind of his mentor involved. However, I did think that those going to the heart of the story should have been kind of journalism 101.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, if you were looking to up your game in your job, I would have thought that combination of okay, it's news, but it's news with depth would have been something that was encouraged, except his boss did not really encourage it until it got attention or whatever. Um, there was a quote here that I loved. Sometimes you just have to believe there is a way before you can see it. And that's so true. Sometimes you just got to step out in faith and with good intentions and just believe it will take you where you need to go.
I also like the quote that you're in love with someone when they make you the better version of yourself.
Yes. Yeah, that was a great quote.
Is it
And
12 trees?
right. Well, the reunion with the gentleman in the trees and his long lost love was a highlight of the movie for me and definitely brought tears to my eyes. I love those kind of stories in these movies. At the end, the interview with Robbie and Adam on the stage at his show was adorable, and I think it was a good way to end the story, kind of brought it full circle. And I was like you, before I watched this movie I honestly wasn't sure what it was about or how I'd like it, but it honestly turned out to be one of the most enjoyable movies of the season so far for me. And a large part of that was this big focus on charity and the true Christmas spirit of giving what you can when it is in your power to give it. Such an excellent story.
Totally agree. Okay, during this episode, we were drinking the virgin poinsettias, which is 4 ounces of cranberry juice, 2 ounces of sparkling water, 1 ounce orange juice, and a slice of orange or cranberry for garnish. This drink was excellent. It was light, it was refreshing. I enjoyed it so much that I will add it to my own personal rotation of drinks.
I really like the balance of this drink, and I agree. It's very satisfying, just even as a mocktail. But I still think you could dial this one up with a splash of vodka as well, and also
100%.
enjoy it. And if you'd like to try the Virgin Poinsettia or any of the drinks in our episodes, you can find the recipe on our social posts for each show. Well, fellow Crown Heads, we've come to the end of today's chat.
You can find all our episodes on your favorite podcast network.
And on our website, sistersipandchat.ca. Subscribe and never miss a chat session.
Thanks for listening. Join us next time.
And we'll save you a seat on the sofa.